Alright, major stone shield potions should be... Oh god, I'm gonna have diarrhea again. You can't go to the bathroom, you're stacking Sunder armor. It's okay. Mom! Bathroom!
What, hon?
Bathroom! Bathroom!
Oh, that's a big boy, isn't he?
Alright, Kenny, drink your elixir of the mongoose. I'm now going to use mocking blow.
Well, I'm back, and I feel real good about myself, you know what I mean? So, without further delay, welcome back to the Jack Sparrow channel. I'm not even going to apologize. I just watched Beetlejuice not too long ago. How was your weekend, by the way? Hey, let's dive right into it, shall we? So, it's taken me a couple of tries to get my thoughts together on this video. So let's do our best and wade through this dumpster fire. Bear with me a little bit. I'm a little sweaty and smelly as I just got done with a workout. So let's dive into the dumpster fire that has been going blazing out of control, involving Jeremy Hambley and ordering. Where to begin? Well, let's start with June the King's documentary, which I just watched day before yesterday, I think. Very enlightening. So, a little background on me. I was a subscriber of his from 2018 until, well, recently I unsubscribed, but I quit watching him about 2 years ago. Because it was, we'll get into that. So, I didn't really know much of the history before the quartering with the whole Magic the Gathering and all that stuff. It's not really my lane. Heard bits and pieces of the controversy with the altercation at the event or whatever, where, he tried to sue somebody or something like that. But that's it. On the surface, I liked listening to him and Tim Pool around the same time. They had some interesting perspectives. Tim Pool is a skater. I liked the culture, and I really loved watching, X Games and stuff like that. But with Jeremy and them, they're, anti, cancel culture, free speech advocates, things like that. I'm a fan of those things. I don't fall on the left side of the aisle or the right side. I'm right in the middle. So I did watch the documentary, and I did see some parallels to what I had kind of witnessed, but hadn't really clicked in my head over the course of time. The constant controversies or beefs that followed him with different creators and people was a red flag and something that I kind of filed away internally. The short amount of time that I was actually on Twitter and witnessed his, absolute meltdowns on Twitter, and like Elon Musk when he bought Twitter, and then he did the poll to get out of doing, running it and stuff, and Jeremy was just losing his mind, the most important free speech thing ever. Is like, dude, it ain't real life. Real life is, well, out there. That's real life. That's outside. That's real life. Not the internet. I did notice the constant begging for money. He had lots of subscribers. He seemed to be making good money, but also always bragging one day, begging the next day. Very bipolar. It was very strange. The other thing that I did notice, the other thing I really noticed is that when he started his coffee company and the Publica things, those ventures were constantly being horked. And the Publican thing, I don't even think it really even got off. I don't remember seeing anything by it, or it just really didn't seem to go anywhere. But the brand coffee thing annoyed the heck out of me, because every 5 seconds the dude's talking about his coffee, which from Jump Street, I correctly pegged as, I think that's a white label company. He's not grinding those beans himself and roasting himself. Can't be. He doesn't have time to do that with all the videos he puts out a day. Just common sense, 2 = 4 kind of thing. It was obviously a white label. I didn't really care. I buy my coffee at the grocery store. I wasn't going to buy it anyway. But hearing about it all the time just got really old. his content got really, 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 really stale. It was the same exact thing every single time. Nothing new, nothing exciting. Didn't really tell me anything I want to know. By 2024, I had kind of come to this, mid 2024, I come to this conclusion that Tim Pool's a grifter. Didn't really care for him. Quit watching his stuff. The Hoarding was a grifter. Kind of quit watching his stuff. Just petered it off. Both of those channels just petered off. Didn't really watch them anymore. I kind of got back away from the political stuff and wanted to, get back to watching things that, like documentaries. Like, June the King's documentary was very interesting because I like long form stuff that I can listen to I can get information and, glean some knowledge. I really like to listen to documentaries that have to do with, some theological topics, for example, or historical topics. That really is interesting. Mechanical things, cars, bikes, stuff like that's great too. But mostly nowadays, I just listen to music. I'll put like a playlist on in the background. I have a soft spot for synthwave. I have a soft spot for remixed or covered video game soundtracks. I know it's a little weird, kind of nerdy, but there it is. Y'all know my dirty secret, which is more than I could say or less than I could say about Jeremy. So I watched this documentary, and let's not to make this a supremely long video. I watched this documentary, and it was eye-opening. The fact that I wasn't really on the live streams; they were too late in the evening for me. I missed all the poop in his pants in a Walmart story, which on the surface I listened to the whole thing. That's a funny story. As a one-off, it's a very funny story. I think anybody with some integrity can say that they at some point in your life as an adult, something similar has happened, or come close. For me, it's come close. That's all I'll say. One time, it came close. I made it because I didn't go to the shoe section of Walmart. I went to the front of the store where the bathrooms always are. So, yeah. Why you want to, poop your pants in the shoe section, I don't know. But the story was funny. I'll admit, the story was funny. But as the documentary wore on, it became apparent that there's a pattern of talking about him almost pooping his pants and diarrhea-ing multiple times, and it's just crass. It gets old. It's, it's not like dropping a fart sound in a video like I'll probably be doing on this one multiple times, I might add. Guaranteed. Every time poop or something like that comes in play, or Jeremy, there's probably going to be a fart sound accompanied with the mention. So, also the thing about the being drunk on streams, which of course I didn't see, and I wasn't on streams, so I didn't really know this was a thing. But that was just bizarre. It's like, why would you be that? I mean, how many bottles of Hennessy did he go through a night to get that crunk? I mean,
you never know. Maybe I'm gonna pee in my trash can down here. I don't know. My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm gonna win this round, and I'm gonna pee. If I don't win this round, I'm gonna pee in my own basement. I don't have a bathroom down here. I was ready to pee my pants. I'm ready. I don't have a toilet down here. All I have is a drain in the floor. I feel like we're gonna have to use it though. I feel like we're gonna have to use it.
Holy cow! Watching the footage of him just like, and him getting up to, because he almost peed his pants multiple. Getting up and peeing in the corner, which you can hear distantly. You can hear peeing. In the drain and this thing, and then if you own a house, you can pee wherever you want. I own a house. It's not paid off, but I own a house. And no, I don't pee wherever I want. I go to the bathroom. And if I'm doing something, I stop what I'm doing. I get up, I walk to the bathroom, close the door, and pee in the toilet like a grown man. So to find out that he does this multiple times, buckets in his house, the corner of his room, his dog, It's like, okay, you're not a toddler, you're not a dog, and you're not well, allegedly you're not a high homeless person in Tucson, Arizona. So you must be just a crummy human being. No self-respect, no dignity whatsoever. And you're just yuck. Yuck. I could never imagine doing that. Like, just get diapers if you're going to do that anyway. I mean, jeez. The most disgusting thing, though, was hearing about all the stuff they'd say about women. And he pretends the white knight and stuff on women all the time, but then he says the most nasty things, like the Renaissance Fair stuff that came out. Wow.
Bristol, Wisconsin. Ooh, her cup overflows. She's a little bit old, but she overflows. See, the super chats will blot out the sun. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. MILF, yeah. Yeah, she's keeping it tight. You know she DTF, she got kids.
You're going to a Renaissance Fair, drunk, obviously drunk, and you're making loud comments about women as they pass or as you pass them, about women with children, while the children are there, that they're DTF because clearly they have children. What the hell's the matter with you? Sick. Now, his response to that, a criticism like that would be like, you're just a leftist and you're just a low-T soy boy. No, dude. Real men don't do that. Real men don't talk like that. A, you're married. B, that's just disgusting. Why are you walking around saying you're going to put babies in other women that aren't your own wife? Why don't you make babies on your own with your own wife? Why don't you do that? Don't talk to women like that. This is nasty. You know, making lewd comments to your co-hosts and stuff. It's just nasty. It's just a nasty person. Just disgusting. You don't talk like that. Again, low self-awareness, low self-respect, low respect for others. You're just a disgusting human being. I just don't know what to say. There's not very nice things to say. I mean, he's clearly become the people of Walmart with the Walmart story. He poops his pants. You could probably find a picture somewhere in that site of him from behind with the big brown stain in the back of his pants, like you could see on that website all the time anyway. So congratulations, Jeremy. You are a person of Walmart. And I mean, what else can I say? Yeah, disgusting person. I really recommend not subscribing to his channel. It's not no. Just subscribe to my channel instead. You'll just get some fart humor occasionally, but I won't be talking about diarrhea all the time, or peeing on things, or making lewd comments about women. That's just why. Oh, that reminds me. That the one. Man, I almost forgot about the stealing the content thing and the flagging and casino. There's just so much to cover, and such a 12-minute video. There's so much to cover in such a short amount of time. That's why that documentary was 3 hours. He steals people's video content, repackages it with the same canned, "This is crazy. What do you think about this? Tell me in the comments." Over and over and over and over again, which I think that's against the terms of service or something. Well, I think it's frowned upon highly. And then if someone criticizes you about being a douchebag, you have them banned or flagged. I don't endorse this person, Jeremy Hambley. I think he's a disgusting human being. And anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. And what were those oranges for anyway? What do you guys think? Are you still a supporter of Jeremy Hambley, or is he starting to realize why he has no friends? He's a miserable, sad human being who is clearly unhappy. Very, very unhappy, and I can't imagine why. Anyway, this is Jack signing off. Until next time, poop in the toilet, pee in the toilet, don't talk to women nasty. Just be a decent human being, please. All right, we will talk to you again real soon.
I gotta pee so bad. 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 I'll never survive this round. I'm not gonna survive this round. I gotta pee so bad. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I gotta pee so bad. I gotta pee so bad. I want to lose so I can pee. But I have to pee so bad. I have to pee so bad. Don't you dare.
Six and a half hours later.
Ah. Oh my god. I just peed in my basement.